Christmas is here and I'm a little behind. Let's run into Dollar Tree and see what I can find. Here I come. Hey everybody, I'm Susie and this is Susie's Stuff, home of quick, easy, affordable, and always fun DIYs. Today I'm going to create 10 stunning DIYs for you to make in no time. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Let's get started. Have you seen these Christmas trees that people are making out of their clear glass bowls? I think they are so beautiful, and I thought, let's try that with some Dollar Tree party ware. And they have some really nice plastic ware out there now and different shapes and sizes. So that is going to be perfect for us to create our own. These are some of the ones that I am using, and it took me a little bit to sort of put it all together and see how I wanted it to work. But you can surely do however you like and however tall you want. So I started out with these three for the base, and then the bowl, of course, you have to have that for the bottom. And then you kind of want a filler in between. So these little bowls are perfect. So this is how I did it. And of course, you can do it however you want. But as I was doing this, I couldn't see very well because I was on the side. So I wasn't looking at it straight on. So I was getting some things crooked. So I know that you'll do a better job, but this is coming together really nicely. And I don't put a lot of hot glue on some of the pieces because I'm thinking in my mind how I want to light it up. Am I going to use some string lights, some fairy lights? But you'll see that in just a minute. That one was really crazy. I could not get it straight. I was like, help me. But it all came together really nicely. At the very top of this, I'm going to be using a, if you can see there, it's a champagne glass without the top, so I can get that nice point on the Christmas tree. And I grabbed this Walmart bow. I think it was like 98 cents. And I popped it on top. And these are the lights that I used. These are from Amazon. And they have a remote control. I love that because they have a timer and they change colors. It really came out beautiful. I love how this turned out. What do you think? Another little trendy thing that people are doing are called these over-the-door swags, and you can use, they've been using like ribbon to make a beautiful arrangement on one side, and then you slide it over your door and you have it on the other side. So you can make sort of like a 2-for-1 piece. And I really wanted to make one, but I didn't really like the ribbon. So I was messing around and I found this, what do you call them? A table runner. And I bought this at Dollar Tree. It was very inexpensive. And I thought, this will work. This will go over your door. And everybody has table runners, right? So I thought I would just grab some of my Christmas picks, and I hot glued some styrofoam there on the one side of the table runner, and then just sort of did all kinds of things to dress it up. I used some of these Dollar Tree Christmas ornaments. I love the colors that they have on the truck, that deep red. So I was trying to bring that out a little bit. And you can see how I've put this together. I'm also grabbing a bell because it is on the door and it does jingle nicely when you open and close the door. So I just used some wire to attach all of that. I will give you a little bit of a tip is I kind of made it heavy on top. I was so excited and get it all in there. So I'm going to show you in just a little bit how I sort of weigh it down, and it worked perfectly. Now I grabbed some wonderful, beautiful velvet ribbon that's so in style now. And so that is the way I'm making a new bow. I saw somebody do that on Instagram, how they just kind of cross it over and then fold it. You can see there, I put a piece of cardboard on the back to hot glue the bow, and that's exactly what I do to the little bundle up here on top. Now this is the other side, and I just strung along some of the beautiful red jingle bells, and see, it's kind of heavy. So on the top I used another Christmas ornament and hot glued it to the top, and then some more greenery, and it really made it sturdy and it didn't like hang down. So look again how I made the bow. You just crisscross it over and then flop it over one more time. And then I used a zip tie, and it came out so pretty. I did cut them in a different way. The point, I'm kind of liking that instead of the fish, what do you call them? The bird's mouth, whatever. But I like the point, and this just came out so beautiful. Look at that. How beautiful on your door. Now, my greenery could be a little too much. Maybe you don't need that much, but I just had a ball making this, and I have other runners maybe making some more. So let's move on to another DIY. Last year I made these Santa hats from Dollar Tree, and I just grabbed them out of my stash and said, let's just use those again and refurbish them. And so I thought gold is really in now, the gold, the Ralph Lauren colors with the dark green and the maroon red. And so I thought, I'm going to just spray paint these gold and just see what happens. Well, it really turned out stunning. And I was a little worried about the little fluffy stuff on the hat. We'll talk about that in a minute. And I grabbed some bells, put them on a skewer, and I did spray those gold because I just wanted to give it more of a dull look. And so this is how I put them together. Look how beautiful that is. That really spray painted nicely, that gold. So I just took off the old little fuzzy fluffy things on the top, and I had used the skewers to spray paint them, and I thought, hey, that's gonna work perfect because I have some of those cone styrofoam pieces, and it just popped right down in there. Now I'm stuffing it with some paper, and here's a great trick, is to use some of the Dollar Tree round, the wooden rounds, and hot glue that in there, and it made it stand up great. So I showed my mom. She was like, oh, I love your Christmas trees. And I was like, no, they're not Christmas trees, they're Santa hats. So I thought maybe I need some fluffy, hairy ribbon on there on the bottom, and that really is something that it needed. I think it turned out great. Here are all three of them. You could make as many as you like. I think it would be cool down a table, or just two. Use a pedestal to bring it up and give it some dimension, or just make one and use that on your coffee table. I hope you loved this one. It was so easy. Moving right along. Now, this one is quite the whimsical piece. These are some of the solar lights that are the Christmas lights. And I wanted to kind of dull down the silver, so I got out my rub and buff and put the gold on there. I look a little like Michael Jackson there. And so make sure when you use these that you unscrew it and turn on the light. Now, I am going to be making a tray, like a cookie tray or a dessert tray. And so I'm hot gluing these on the bottom. And to get them to light up, of course, you need to kind of set it in the sun. So I just put it on my patio table and let it get all charged up with the sun. And it came out so great because when you turn it over and you cover it up, it thinks that it's dark outside and it comes on. Look at that. Is that not the cutest little tray? And so I put some doilies on it, and then I'm like, I'm going a little bit further. Maybe we need a topper. So I grabbed another one of the bowls that I have left over from my tree and hot glued another light on top for the handle. How cute is that? So you could just do it like that very simply and not do the bottom or do it all. I also grabbed these new cookie pre-cut, pre-done everything. All you do is just pop them in the oven and they come out so cute. The Grinch one with the 3 hearts, I don't know, I couldn't tell that was a Grinch. I wouldn't have known it if you told me, but these are darling for a little holiday gathering that you're having. So look how this turned out. Boom! I think that one would be the talk of your party. So enjoy making this little cookie or dessert tray. It is so fun. If you are enjoying today's video, please send me a new emoji of the day. Find that reindeer and put it in the comments down below. Okay, we are on number 5 here. And don't you always love the sacks that they have at Dollar Tree? Well, this one I just had to have. It had that dark green, the gold. It was just perfect. But it was so big, you can hardly find a Dollar Tree frame that's going to fit that, right? So I did go to Walmart and find this large. It's not a poster size. It was, what did that say? 12 by 18. And it actually worked out perfectly. I only had to trim it just a little bit. And it's called a front loader or a front, you just take off the frame part from the front and it fit in there beautifully. This is so simple. And then to hide the little cutouts at the top, I grabbed some of my green velvet ribbon and it just stepped it up to the next level and just hot glued it on the back. I was deciding whether to use the green or the red. The red was really pretty too, but I just kind of went for that monochromatic look, all green, and it is gorgeous. It's actually in my bathroom on the shelf right now. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And so simple. How long did that take? 5 minutes? Maybe so. Moving along to number 6, all you're going to need is an old jar, whatever jar that you have, and at Dollar Tree they have all kinds of headbands and Santa hats, and grab one of those. They usually have those left over a lot, and then an old black belt. Now I made something like this last year or a couple of years ago, and I kind of wanted to do the same thing. If you can see there, I had a big jar and I put in some of those cherry sours and some tamales, hot tamales, and I just wanted to make another one. The only thing I don't like is the belt buckle. I wish I would have done more of a gold on there, but I just think it's so cute because it's a real belt. But for the candy on this one, I love those soft peppermints that they have out during the Christmas time. So you can just pop those in there and use the Santa hat. How cute is that? Just to set maybe at your front door as people come in, they can grab one. Isn't it so cute? Find that 80s belt that you've been hiding in your closet and put this together. All right, that was so easy and fast, and here comes another one. All right, I went to the back of the store in the gift wrapping and found, I just wanted like a plain red bag. And some of the new things that I am seeing is how people are drawing on store windows and creating these beautiful, simple Christmas themed drawings. And I thought, let's do that on a frame. Now, this frame I found at Dollar Tree, and it had that dark forest green. I've never seen a frame there like that with that color. So this worked out perfect. And I just looked on Instagram and saw how you could just search like window drawings and you can create some of your own. And I really love this plaid bag that I found. I think this one is better than the other one. The other one was my very first drawing, and then this was the second one. It came out a little bit better, I think. I love that drawing of sort of the greenery, the, what do you call it? The like fern looking pattern. And then you could just play around with this and see what you come up with. Look at some of the samples and ideas, and look how that came out. Isn't that so cute? I just used a paint pen from Walmart. Beautiful. For this next super easy, super quick DIY, these are some of the cardboard boxes they have at Dollar Tree. These I've had for probably 2 or 3 years and didn't know what I wanted to do with them. Well, I was just kind of playing around with some of my stuff and grabbed some of greenery. Now that greenery that I'm using is new from Dollar Tree. It's a darker green eucalyptus. Just bring out all of your beautiful greenery, stack the boxes like you would like to have them kind of offset. Maybe you could use a third one, but I just used those and made a beautiful little centerpiece or a front door entry piece, and look how they came out. I made that super quick. I can make it quicker than I can talk about it. And you can even add lights if you like, but this was super easy, super fast, and beautiful. All right, number 9. Hey, I found this mug real quick and wanted to show you that. It was $6.97. It was a Black Friday deal, but look at Walmart and see if you can find them. It was super cute. All right, what do we have here? I've got some wire hangers, and I just cut them apart, and I wanted a long piece, and I used 2 because I wanted to be super sturdy, and used some zip ties to keep it all together. I'm also using an old pool noodle that I had from Halloween that I made these skinny ghosts. I think it was last year or something, but I just put the wire hanger down in there and made it curve like a candy cane. I've also had this beautiful fluffy fuzzy ribbon, that thick yarn from Walmart, and I just twisted it together and threw it on there as fast as I could, and hot glued it here and there. It wasn't perfect, and I kind of went really fast and just moved it around. I actually didn't want it to be too perfect, kind of whimsical, I guess. And this is a new puffy bow that I saw at Dollar Tree. Now this one was, I think it was $7, but totally worth it. It just has its own statement. You don't need much more than that. No greenery or anything. I just hot glued it on to the pool noodle, and then I took the hook from the wire hanger, used another zip tie, popped that on there, and ta-da! Look at that. I love that bow. We may need to make a bow like that. Certainly we could do that maybe. And so just hang it anywhere you like. Add some lights if you like. But I love how that turned out. All right, the last one here is one that I did see on Instagram, or was it Pinterest? I don't know. So this inspired me to make my own. This was a wire wreath frame or form from Dollar Tree, and it was already white, and all you do is grab some burlap ribbon. I got this at Walmart, and you just kind of thread it on to your wire frame there. I kept thinking, do I want the wires to show? I didn't really mind it too much. And I thought, well, I'm going to maybe put some more in between, make some bundles and put in there. But actually, I was okay with it. It was very simple. And as you can see, I'm making a very darling little Rudolph. So I went outside, grabbed some free sticks, and put those kind of through and under the loop so they wouldn't show on the front. And then zip tied those to the wire frame. I used 2, sort of crisscrossed it over, trimmed it up, and it turned out darling. And then I used some really pretty ribbon from Walmart to make a bow. I did go back and use some hot glue to keep that in place so the zip ties wouldn't slip, and it will not stand up perfectly until you hang it on your door or on a wall, and then they just hold themselves up against the wall. The bow is perfect. Look how cute this is. I think it is a great showstopper, and I love it. Super easy. Oh, but I have a bonus. Yes, I do. This is an oldie video video that I always love, and it's so easy. I have a Dollar Tree vase. I have the giant peppermint sticks, and you just pop them in the vase. Use whatever bow you like. You can use the raffia. You can use whatever bow. I also found this candy cane gift bag, which was even more perfect. And so I just stuffed it with some filler and put that in there. I think that was so cute. And oh, there's a little elf, and he's having a little nibble on some. And then if you didn't find the bag, just find a really pretty basket and throw those candy sticks in there. They're just so cute and just a perfect little Christmas touch for anywhere in your home. And there you have it, all of my DIYs I did for you this time, and I hope you enjoyed them. I just used a lot of what I already had last year, so see if you can make that work. Thank you for watching today. I'm so happy to create these videos for you, and I hope you enjoyed it and had a great time with me. So I will see you next time. I think we're gonna do some January snow DIYs. I think that will be fun. See you later. Bye, everybody.